Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. We were reading about 18th century and I told you the major characteristics of the age. Today our topic is problem of refining and fixing English language. In this regard, first of all we will see Swift's proposal. In 1712, the English language according to the satirist Jonathan Swift was in chaos. He was of the view that there must be a method for correcting and fixing the language. He outlined his complaint in a public letter to Robert Harley, leader of the government. He proposed the appointment of experts to advise on English use. His proposal, like all the others he made, came to nothing. To this day, no official regulations of the English language exists. He said some methods should be thought of for ascertaining and fixing English language. He also gave suggestions how this might be done. For example, by rejecting very defective grammatical forms and restoring some antiquated words on account of their energy and soul. Johnson's Dictionary. In the making of his Dictionary of the English Language, Samuel Johnson took the best conversation of contemporary London and the normal usage of reputable writers after Sir Philip Sidney as his criteria. He exemplified the meanings of words by illustrative quotations. Johnson admitted that he had flattered himself for a while with the prospect of fixing our language, but that thereby he had indulged expectation which neither reason nor experience could justify. The two-folio work of 1755 was followed in 1756 by a shortened one-volume version that was widely used for centuries afterward. It was unfortunate that Joseph Priestley, Robert Loth, and other 18th century grammarians took a narrower view than Johnson on linguistic growth and development. They spent too much time condemning such improprieties as I had rather not, you better go, between you and I, it is me, who is this for, etc. Without explanatory comment, they banned you was outright, although it was in widespread use among educated people. As the century wore on, grammarians became more numerous and aggressive. They set themselves up as arbiters of correct usage. They compiled manuals that were not only descriptive, stating what people do say, but also proscriptive, stating what they should not say. They regarded Latin language as superior to English and claimed that Latin embodied universally valid canons of logic. Murray's English grammar appeared in 1795. It became immensely popular and went into numerous editions. Questions. Question number 1. Write a note on Swift's proposal for correcting and fixing the language. Question number 2. Write a short note on Johnson's dictionary. Question number 3. What was the role of grammarians in 18th century? Dear students, there is no need to be jealous of others. What's for you is for you, and what they have wouldn't fit you anyways. Be thankful for all you have and know that all you desire is on the way. Thank you so much.